This is part 2 in a special short series of the Yellow Factory radio show on Preston FM 103.2 and www.preston.fm, looking back at the atmospheres and events of Preston Guild 2012. My name is Gary Cunliffe. I was privileged to be making the Guild show on Preston FM in the run-up to Guild 2012. In the first of these Looking Back programmes, we heard about such things as the Sing the Docks project, the Rivers Way Guild Festival, the Age Concern Once Every Preston Guild Memories project, and these were things that were happening in the run-up to the first of the Guild proclamations on the 18th of August 2012. In this show, we're going to look back at the 3 proclamations themselves and events that were happening over those 3 weekends of the 18th, the 25th of August and the 1st of September 2012. This is how the first proclamation began from the balcony of the Harris Museum on the 18th of August 2012.
Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay! Praise silence for the Guild anthem.
Marching through time, stand up,
stand up,
stand up,
stand up, stand up. I am the Guild. I am the Guild. We are the Guild. I am the torch of the Lancashire plains, with my light the night sky fills. I am the scroll sent out to the world. I am the streets where the traveller returns. I am the Guild. We are the Guild. I am the trade on the wide flowing river, the merchant, the maker, the skilled. I'm the procession marching through time. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. I am the Guild. I am the Guild. We are the Guild.
That's how Preston Guild's first proclamation got underway on the 18th of August 2012 with the singing of the Guild anthem, written specially for Preston Guild 2012, the City Council project with more music in Preston. Now at the time we were sort of in the eye of a whirlwind. Information was coming at us from everywhere, from the Guild people, from the Guild website, from the radio, from the newspapers. So this is how the slightly dispassionate BBC reported that day on their website on the 18th of August 2012. The Mayor sets Preston Guild 2012 celebrations underway. Preston Guild was proclaimed by the Mayor of Preston, Councillor Carl Crompton, at the city's flag market. This is the first guild of the 21st century and the first since Preston in Lancashire was granted city status in 2002. King Henry II granted Preston the right to have a guild merchant in 1179 and gave the town its first royal charter. The Guild proclamation took place today on the steps of the Harris Museum and stated that the Guild is coming and summoned all those wanting to attend. Now, the clerk of the Guild, Executive Lorraine Norris, read some historic words which have been read from the balcony or from the steps of the Town Hall for hundreds of years, inviting burgesses and traders of Preston to come back to Preston on the first Monday in September, to attend the Guild Court to renew their rights and privileges as traders in Preston. Now, I'm going to save you the words of Lorraine Norris, those historic words which you really should listen to because you don't hear them very often. We're going to save that till the weekend of the third proclamation, probably later in this show. But the Mayor spoke, and the BBC reported Mr Crompton as saying, "The first proclamation heralds the start of this year's Guild celebrations and all that Prestonians have been looking forward to for the last 20 years. Mixing traditional words and ceremony with a new Guild anthem and street performances brings the focus back to the 21st century. I am really excited and honoured to be Guild Mayor and to be part of this wonderful and unique occasion." So we were told that the core 10 days of Guild runs from the 31st of August until the 9th of September and includes a wide range of events from processions to major outdoor concerts featuring Spanish tenor Jose Carreras and Welsh mezzo-soprano Catherine Jenkins. The first Guild gatherings were occasions to update membership of the Guild Merchant, without which traders, craftsmen and merchants could not do business in Preston. So this is the BBC speaking to you, remember, the BBC, as they used to say on the Goon Show. Its first reliably recorded celebration was in 1397, when it was already more than 2 centuries old. These gatherings for renewing membership were infrequent until the mid-1500s, when they became accepted that they were needed once in a generation, every 20 years. So from 1542, Preston Guild has taken place, apart from the Second World War, every 20 years. So these were the words of Guild Mayor Carl Crompton from the balcony of the Harris Museum on the 18th of August 2012.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Well, the 20-year wait is nearly over. In just 2 weeks' time, Preston Guild celebrations will begin. The whole city will come alive as we enjoy the wonderful Guild festivities. This will be our first Guild as a city, and so 2012 will be an extra special celebration. We are proud of our city. We have lots to be proud of. Preston Guild is the only surviving Guild celebrations in the world. The Guild is also a moment in time to reflect on our own achievements over the last 20 years. Did we have such a wonderful international respected university in 1992? Did Preston have high-tech aerospace industry? It now has. Was the town exploding with new start-up businesses? No. These have been some of the exciting achievements of the past 20 years. The Guild is also a time to remember our loved ones, family and friends. One of its greatest qualities is it brings people together from all walks of life and from all corners of the world. Over the next few weeks, we will welcome thousands of people to our city. Many of these people will be coming back home to Preston, embracing their roots. We will even have some of the people travelling from overseas to enjoy the festivities. In 1179, when the Guild first began, it was about bringing people together to build a strong, reliable and trusting community. One that could trade with each other and thrive economically and socially. Over 800 years later, I'm happy to say that the Guild's original ambitions are still upheld and alive. It's an amazing legacy and something that as Prestonians we can be truly proud of. So now is the time to get excited. Tell all your family and friends to come to Preston to enjoy our Guild. Don't miss it, or you'll have to wait another 20 years. Thank you.
For all the latest community news and events,
103.2 Preston FM.
Your community, your radio.
So began the first proclamation before Preston Guild 2012, inviting burgesses and traders to come back and renew their rights to trade in Preston. Ceremony nowadays, yes, but the Guild Court did happen on Monday the 3rd of September. We'll be having a look at that in a later show. But the first weekend of Guild celebrations, that first proclamation, saw, immediately after the events on the Flag Market, the performance of a bicycle ballet. That was a great piece of dance and music and movement with bicycles as a partner. It took place on the Saturday on the Flag Market and on the Sunday down on Avonham Park at the official opening launch of the Guild Wheel. The Guild Wheel was finished and opened on the 19th of August. I went down on the Sunday to record some of the formalities and some of the opening speeches for Preston FM. Here's a little taster of the Guild Wheel opening.
Preston Guild is a historic celebration which dates back over 800 years. It is the only guild still celebrated in the UK. It's held every 20 years and the Guild has played an important role in shaping Preston as a thriving Lancashire city. It also provides a focus for the people of the city to come together and celebrate all that is good about Preston. Celebrations are taking place throughout this year. A programme of arts, culture, sporting and community events are also taking place. These include the processions, the proclamations and concerts. This cycle ride is being sponsored by James Hall and it's been set off with almost 700 cyclists taking part, riding the full 20-mile route or the shorter one for families. The main reason for today's celebration is to formally open the Guild Wheel. Given the importance of sport in the city, the 21-mile route is a fantastic legacy project for 2012.
Well, Mr. Guild Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is my very great pleasure to be here to open the Preston Guild Wheel. Guild Wheel is a very important project for Lancashire County Council. The County Council has invested a substantial amount of time and resources into the construction of the route. On behalf of the County Council, I'm delighted to have this opportunity to open this marvellous scheme, which has been constructed on time and to a very high standard. As well, the County Council's leadership, there are some very important partner contributions to the construction of the route. Special mention must be made, of course, of Preston City Council, who've worked very closely with us, and in particular the Guild Wheel User Group. Other important partners are Sustrans, the Forestry Commission, United Utilities, Groundwork, the Lancashire Wildlife Trust, Barton Grange Landscapes, Booths, Spa, Community Gateway, the University of Central Lancashire, the NHS in Central Lancashire, Preston College and the Lancashire Environment Fund. The Guild Wheel shows us all what can be achieved when different organisations pull together to achieve a shared goal. This 21-mile route has taken 2.5 years to build, and in that time there have been some major planning and engineering challenges to overcome. The last 12 months has seen a big push from the County Council and the City Council and their partners to deliver the scheme on time. But as well as pulling together, a good project also needs vision and leadership. And we must thank Peter Ward and as you all know, they had the original vision for a route encircling Preston. Proud day for you both today, I know. And we must thank the leader of Lancashire County Council, County Councillor Jeff Driver, for his ambition to make the vision the reality we see today. You know, the Guild Wheel is a fabulous project, and many Prestonians have commented that it allows them to see parts of the city they have not seen before. The 20-mile route takes in river and canal, ancient woodland and the historic docklands. It also provides traffic-free routes to school and work and is accessible by bike or foot from many parts of the city, connecting, as it does, the existing cycle routes. Early indications are that over 75,000 people will cycle on the route each year. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I commend the Guild Wheel to residents and visitors as a superb legacy of the 2012 Preston Guild. I will now cut the ribbon to officially open the route, and then I'm going to invite Peter Ward, Matt Atkins and the Guild Wheel User Group and the Sustrans to be the first in the city to cycle the Guild Wheel. So let's hope the scissors sharp.
On 103.2 FM.
From Moornook to Millipie.
And Ingle to Grange.
It's your community,
your radio,
your Preston FM.
So you're listening to part 2 in a short series of programmes in the Yellow Factory radio show, looking back at Preston Guild 2012. They were some of the events of the first proclamation weekend, the 18th of August. A week later, on the 25th of August, there was a military theme to the proclamation and the weekend. On the flag market, Dave Watson came along with the Para-Olympic flame. We'd had the Olympic flame coming through earlier in the year, and the second proclamation was a military event. The brigadier from the barracks was there. Dave Watson came with the Olympic flame, and on that day in the afternoon there was the military fair at Fulwood Barracks. I seem to remember it was throwing it down. On the morning of the proclamation, I went along to the barracks to talk to the brigadier before he came down to attend the festivities and the ceremonies on the flag market. So here's my chat with the brigadier at Fulwood Barracks about the guild celebrations and the forthcoming military show that afternoon. So am I speaking to Brigadier Nick Fitzgerald?
You are?
Commander of the 42 North West Brigade?
I am, yeah.
Here we are at Fulwood Barracks on a wet Saturday. You were just saying that the event has shifted from June to August. A good move.
Well, actually, I had to look back, and actually, had it been the normal time, it would have been exactly the same weather.
Well.
Absolutely. This is summer 2012.
Okay, so this is the military show at Fulwood Barracks.
Yeah.
I've been here to visit the museum, so you welcome members of the public daily.
We do, yes,
But-
absolutely.
But this must be one of the biggest events you've ever had, with the flame being incorporated as well.
It is. It's a real thrill. I mean, we do this every year. I think last year we got between 6,000 and 8,000 people. But this year, of course, we've moved it to the right so we can be part of the Guild and make our contribution to the Guild. And also for the Paralympic Flame, we've got the Personnel Recovery Unit here, which is an organisation where soldiers who are recovering from their wounds but live locally can come conduct their rehabilitation. And so we've been able to link the two, and the Paralympic Flame will be brought into the military show.
So is the Lord Lieutenant of Lancashire here
Yes,
today?
he is. Yeah, he'll be here to receive the Paralympic Flame.
So you've got a Facebook presence to publicise this event.
have.
Did you know?
Yes, we do.
That's the way it has to be nowadays, isn't it?
No, absolutely. I mean, we do want to reach all generations because, I mean, there's two reasons why we're doing this. A, to allow people to come and see us.
Yep.
But also, and it is a free event and a free day, to say thank you very much, because people of all generations have been unbelievably kind and supportive to our people, whether they're in Afghanistan or about to go to Afghanistan, or whether we've mobilised some people to send them down and help out with the Olympics. Everybody's been very kind.
So as I live in Preston, I drive past here many times a week, and many people will come in today for the first time. Can you explain to us the family that lives here, the regiments that are based here?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the barrack's been here for about 150, 160 years.
Yep.
It has in the past, and still is to some degrees, the home of the Duke of Lancaster's regiment. The Regimental Museum you went to go and see
Yes, I've been there to visit.
and their regimental council chambers are here. But it's also the home of modern regular and territorial soldiers. We've got medics here, so we've got 2 squadrons of regular medics. And also here for today we've got from our reserve the infantry, the artillery, the engineers and the logistics guys, who will all be doing a live demonstration out on the playing fields later.
Now we're recording for transmission after the event, but what will be going on, or what will have gone on, when this is aired on Preston FM? I've seen some wonderful things around there, some assault courses and all
We've got
sorts.
assault courses, we've got zip wires, we've got a fabulous food court, some army chefs are helping out on that as well.
I'd like to ask you about that.
All army chefs, they feed us well, so they do. We've got the various brigade units are here, so as I say, there's an artillery regiment, engineer regiment, infantry battalion, and we've got some cavalry here, etc.
And you have some flight pass.
Well, I hope we will in the weather. We've got
Hopefully not
a
cancelled.
Tornado and a Spitfire flying through, and also the Royal Artillery freefall display team.
The Black Knights.
The Black Knights,
Yeah.
if there's a hole in the clouds.
And there is a flight simulator here as well.
And there's a flight simulator as well, which British Aerospace have brought down, which is terrific. They've been very kind, as have all the people who've helped out here, Asda and all of the others.
Now, my father was in the catering corps when he did his national service. He was always the one that did the cooking at home. So tell us the truth about army food. It's really very good.
Oh, it's fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous. They do an extraordinary job out in places like Afghanistan, where they're regularly cooking in temperatures up to 50
Of course,
degrees.
yeah.
In the field, and they do amazing things. But also, to keep their skills up, they do a lot of sort of international catering competitions, and they do extremely well there.
So if people want to come back to the barracks, it's the museum that they will be coming to, isn't it? The
It is,
Queen's
yeah.
Lancashire Regiment Museum.
Well, it's the infantry battalions of Lancashire.
But they offer a family history service as well, or a military history service.
They do, absolutely. I mean, I'm a
which
very
I've
keen.
taken advantage of.
Yeah, well, I'm a very keen genealogist myself, so obviously of a certain age.
Yes. It's
So they'll help you out with all of that and show you where, not only how to use various genealogical services here, but also how to use wider Ministry of Defence genealogical services. You can find out about records of service, medals, that sort of thing.
Well, my experience was that I came here and they passed me on to the Royal Artillery Museum in London, who then gave me my grandfather's service record.
Absolutely,
Who
yeah.
joined in the East End of London, which was wonderful. So people should come back and take advantage of that.
Yes, do, absolutely. It's open and it's free.
And you're off down to the Guild?
I'm off down to the Guild now.
Which means I'm going to stop talking very soon. So down there we're going to see Dave Watson and some other colleagues parade the flame into the flag market.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
which will be terrific.
And you'll be there,
Extraordinary people.
proud as punch.
I will be. I'll feel 7 feet tall.
Well, thank you very much for talking to Preston FM, and it's been a great pleasure to meet you.
A
Thank
real
you.
pleasure.
Okay, thank you.
On that morning of the second proclamation on the 25th of August, there were more words from the Mayor from the balcony of the Harris Museum, And once again, the clerk of the Guild invited burgesses with the ancient words to come and renew their rights on the first Monday in September. But we'll hear those words later. But in the afternoon, I went along to Fulwood Barracks and attended the military show. I walked up with some volunteers and some people involved in the project from Sainsbury's behind the Olympic flame into the barracks, and this is a little flavour of the atmosphere of that afternoon's event.
I've been dying to talk to volunteers for ages. 2 Guild volunteers, and you're here supporting the Olympic flame. Are you proud?
Oh, very much so. It's a huge privilege to be part of something like this. We're all going to process to Fulwood Barracks, and various things are going to happen there, and us Guilders are going to be there on information stand giving information about the Guild.
That's good. So have you put the gazebo up this morning, or has that been done
the
for
Guild's
you?
gazebo will be there, but the programme for the Guild Week, the 10 days of the Guild City Festival, has now come out.
Yes,
so there's no excuse for anybody not being able to find any information about all the events now. It's available today.
It's freshly appeared on the website this week, hasn't it? And
it has.
And hard copies today, are they?
I even carry copies with me in my pocket to give to anybody who because I met several people this morning who didn't know very much about what was going on at the Flag Market.
Mr. Berry, I would have thought that if anybody was going to be a volunteer, it was going to be you.
Well, it's the first time I've been on it today, in this Haslam Park this morning.
Right.
The Canal Festival on there. An awful lot there. It'd be a shame if people don't turn up.
This isn't going to be the weather for next week, though, is it? And the week after. This is just a temporary.
You know what English weather's like. You know what they say: if you can see Pendle, it's raining. If you can't see it, it's going to rain.
But you've got experience of wet weather from '92, haven't you?
Oh, too true.
Because you were involved with the schools pageant. And,
too true.
White lines kept disappearing.
They disappeared. So did the actual surface itself. Yeah, you had to have a plastic sheeting down eventually.
You did. So how many guilds is this?
That I've done. I'll have done 3 with this one.
Para-Olympic Flame is processing from Sainsbury's to the barracks, and you've got somebody in the procession.
Yes, my son, Lee Starks.
And he is a member of which club?
Bears Club in Blackpool.
So you've had a special invite to come here today?
I have, yes.
And how long did it take you to accept? About a nanosecond?
Oh, well, yeah, I thought this is pretty big, you know. It's called the Bears Club, yes. It's a club that they have on a Saturday morning from 11:30 till 2:30. And it's where a lot of the special needs people go. They do football or work on the computers. In the summer they go out on specially adapted bikes around the sports centre. And Lee's been going there since he was about 5 years old, and he's 24 this year.
Well, that's great. So it's obviously given him a focus for something to do and to succeed at.
Yes, it has.
So what's his favourite activity when he's there?
He likes the computers.
Right. But this whole Para-Olympic movement is really good, sort of raising awareness of people's disabilities.
Yeah.
And it seems to be gaining momentum, doesn't it?
I think it's, well, I wouldn't say it's as big as the Olympic Games, but like you said, at least people are getting noticed for what they actually achieve.
Yeah.
What disability they've got. You know, they've been brave enough to get up and have a go at it.
And I think their example is also a lesson to able-bodied people who say, oh, I can't be bothered, or I can't do it,
definitely,
or it's not worth the effort, because nothing is never worth the effort. You've always got to keep trying.
That's right, yeah. Persevering.
Yeah, perseverance.
Yeah.
Eurofighter going first, ladies and gentlemen. There he goes, saluting us from the turrets of the wings. Eurofighter, produced here in Lancashire. BAE Systems, ladies and gentlemen.
We're standing under an umbrella, aren't we? Because it's heaving it down. And I've just introduced myself. My name's Gary, but I don't even know your names.
I'm Laura. Vicky.
Ben, and you've come from Bamber Bridge.
Yes, we are.
Especially for this parade, because Bamber Bridge is where Dave Watson comes from.
Yes, it is.
Do you know him by any chance?
Yeah, he went to my school.
He's very brave, isn't he?
He's very, very, very brave lad.
And he's a great example to all of us, really.
Yeah.
Because how often do you think, oh, I can't be bothered?
All the time.
Right.
Especially when it's like this.
Yeah. And those that say, oh, I can't be bothered, these disabled athletes are a great example. Never say I can't be bothered, because everybody can achieve.
Oh, yeah.
So what was your school?
Brownedge,
St Mary's,
yes,
secondary school.
Sorry about that.
Tell me 3 interesting things about yourself. Well, I can sing and play the drums at the same time.
Can you?
What can you do?
Can
I
you
can, honestly. What can you do? Netball?
No.
Running?
Netball.
Golf?
I can play rounders.
Right. What are you good at?
Running.
Running. I bet you're the fastest runner in your school.
I won a trophy for running.
Did you? This person, how are you related?
This is my little cousin.
Right. Your big cousin said that you're a good swimmer. Did you watch the Olympic swimming? Yeah, you did. Aren't they fast? It was good, that Olympic swim, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fabulous.
103.2 Preston FM.
Keeping it local. Let's move forward to the weekend of the 1st of September. This was the official beginning of the 10 days of Preston Guild. There was a third proclamation, but Avonham Park and Miller Park were jam-packed with Vintage Weekend. The afternoon, straight after the proclamation, was the Trades Procession, which we're going to hear some of shortly. But now is the time to get the flavour of the third and final proclamation, Preston Guild 2012, and we're going to hear the words of Chief Executive, Clerk of the Guild, Lorraine Norris, who is going to be reading the words which are hundreds of years old, inviting burgesses and traders to come back to Preston to renew their rights as a guild merchant of Preston. These are very historic words, and it's a very, very historic and proud event, Preston Guild.
I am the scroll sent out to the world. I am the streets where the traveller returns. I am
the guild. We are the guild.
I am the trade on the wide flowing river, the merchant, the maker, the skilled. I'm the procession marching through time. Stand up,
stand up,
stand up,
stand up, stand up. I am the guild. I am the guild. We are the guild. Oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay! All manner of persons here present, whether inhabitants within this borough or foreigners, draw near and give your attendance to the reading of the proclamation of the holding of a guild merchant in this year 2012.
The Mayor of this borough of Preston hereby gives open knowledge, monition and warning to all and every the free burgesses of this borough, as well inhabitants as foreigners, that they and every of them do make their repair by themselves or friends as proxies to this city upon Monday, the 3rd day of September next coming, being the Monday next after the Feast of Decollation of St. John the Baptist, at which feast a guild merchant within this city has heretofore for diverse ages last past been held and kept every 20 years, and now likewise upon the day aforementioned a new guild merchant is appointed to be held and kept according to ancient custom, and of diverse charters and grants heretofore made and granted, and confirmed to the mayor, bailiffs and burgesses of this borough. For the solemnisation of which guild merchant here to be held as aforesaid, the said mayor of this borough gives further notice and warning that all free burgesses inhabiting within this city be ready upon the said 3rd day of September next by 10 o'clock in the morning at the Guild Hall in this borough, to attend upon the mayor and stewards of the said guild merchant in their distinct companies of trade, with their masters and wardens, well ordered and disposed for that purpose. And those that cannot be well reduced into such companies and fraternities thereto, attend in such order as at that time shall be assigned to them, and from the town hall aforesaid to attend the mayor in solemn procession through the several streets in such order, precedence, and solemnity as heretofore has been accustomed. And moreover, the aforesaid Mayor gives notice and warning that all and every burgess and burgesses, as well foreigners as inhabitants, within this borough claiming any franchises, either by ancestry, prescription, or purchase, within the borough of Preston, after their repair to this borough at the day and time aforesaid, that then and there they not only claim and entitle themselves to such liberties, privileges and freedoms as to them or any of them not only shall be due or in any ways belong, but also there and then they likewise may understand and be acquainted with what orders, statutes or ordinances by the Mayor and stewards of this ensuing guild shall or may be thought fit either to be added, altered, abrogated or confirmed, not being repugnant to the known laws of this realm and for the good and welfare of this borough of Preston, according to the tenor of the letters patent of our late Sovereign Lord King Charles II and others his royal progenitors, kings and queens of this realm, and according to the laudable practice and customs of many guilds merchants it heretofore held in this borough. God save the Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Preston Guild is finally here.
Out loud, I've been waiting.
We have all waited 20 years to hear these words, and now the wait is over. So let the whole city now celebrate together. Let everyone enjoy everything that the Guild has to offer. We are making history, and during the next 10 days, we will have some wonderful and exciting events to delight in. Memories will be made, friends will be reunited, and new friendships formed. As a city, one of our most lasting and enduring friendships is that with our twin towns. And I am delighted to be able to welcome here today representatives of our twin towns. Almelo in Holland, Nimes in France, Recklinghausen in Germany, and Kalisz in Poland. As we will see the return of the scrolls of friendship, Preston is truly an international celebration for a modern and diverse city. From commerce and industry to people, faith and communities, Preston is a proud and popular city. In a few moments, we will see the best of Preston's businesses in our Trades Processions. On Monday, we celebrate our strong and lasting commitment to the faith with our Churches Procession. Friday sees our diverse cultures and communities come together. is a scintillating kaleidoscope of arts, music, and a sound that is a community's procession. Then on Saturday night, we have the traditional torchlight procession with over 2,500 people lighting up the city streets with their lanterns. In between, we have the pomp and circumstances of the Guild Court, the very heart and tradition of the Guild. Generations of people will once again be connected, and Preston will once again welcome the Burgesses to be admitted as Burgesses of this city. But the Guild is also a festival, and here in Preston we know how to party. Aidenham and Miller Park have been transformed into a superb festival site that will see top national and international artists perform to thousands of people. Preston is also hosting the Northwest Cultural Olympiad celebrations that will mark the handover of the Olympics to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. What a spectacular finale that will be on Sunday the 9th of September. But before then, let us savour every moment of the fun and excitement that lies ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, here in Preston, we know how to party. So Preston is about to rock. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and with a great honour that I can now say, let Preston Guild begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you to the Guild Mayor 2012, Carl Crompton. A very good morning to you. Just one more thing to do. About an hour ago, the famous Guild Scrolls arrived back in Preston at the railway station, and we're expecting proud Prestonian and Olympian Helen Clitheroe from Preston Harriers. The Harriers, of course, have been involved with the Guild since 1952. Helen will be running up the steps to my left here to present the scrolls back to the Mayor, Guild Mayor 2012, Carl Crompton. When they arrive, give them a huge cheer. In fact, I can see them in the distance now. Preston's very own Olympian will come up the stairs. A Guild ambassador as well is Helen. And the youngsters from the Harriers, a great heritage. Preston Harriers, of course, as I say, their involvement with the Guild goes back to 1952. These Guild strolls have been far and wide. In fact, Helen saw the scrolls off, I think, in September of last year. And they went off to London to be signed, of course, by the Olympic Committee as well. Scrolls have now arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, Helen Clitheroe, our proud Prestonian, and also as well, of course, our Olympian, will present the scrolls.
So, Preston Guild 2012 has finally begun. The third proclamation is over, the vintage weekend is in full swing, and the procession at the heart of Preston Guild for many, many centuries is about to begin. The Trades Procession, where the Burgesses and the traders would get together and show off before they went to the Guild Court on Monday morning to renew their rights as Burgesses. I was down there with a microphone and I was able to interview people in the Trades Procession as they went by. familiar face is approaching.
I thought you'd be here somewhere.
You are a privileged guild volunteer walking in the Trades Procession.
That's quite correct, yes.
Have you been on your feet all morning?
We've been out since 8 o'clock.
So you started in Moore Park?
No, we started at Adelphi actually.
Is there a good spirit amongst the crowds?
Oh, it's grand, yes. You can get them roused up. Once you get them roused up, waving the flags and they're 2 and 3 deep in some places.
Well,
yes.
I see faces that I know, dancing faces. There's people in the procession that's with being old.
It's old age, that's what it is.
We must know everybody. Right, well, don't let me kick you from
No, I'll see you.
See you later. Enjoy the procession. My name's Gary from Preston FM. You have a very important accompanying role here on the Guild today.
Yes, it has. Well, like I say, after we had a very late last night, we had the Beavers last night. So yes, 4 o'clock in the morning.
You officially are from up. So
we're actually part of the Northwest Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, and you've got the uniform and everything.
We have indeed.
So Beavers was a success last night.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. 1,200 people there last night. Well, I think it was the biggest turnout they've had.
And tell me about the venue, that Spiegel tent. Was it
it was absolutely, you had to be there to believe it. You really did. It was so impressive.
So I've seen the Beavers in the Winter Gardens in Blackpool a few years ago, but the atmosphere must have been tremendous last night.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, it really, really was. Yeah. Fantastic.
So, enjoy the procession.
I will indeed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Barclays Bank, Preston FM. You're all dressed in blue. Are you happy?
Of course we're happy! Hello everyone!
So you're far up at the front of the processions, everybody enthusiastic?
Oh yeah!
You're getting a great reaction?
Yeah! Of course! Everyone's loving the Barclays balls and the Barclays lollies! Yeah, no way!
Can we get a banana lolly?
Of course you can!
Barclays is a wonderful bank, it gives lollies.
Yeah!
I've never seen you looking more beautiful, girls.
Thank you!
Have a lovely day!
You too,
See you, bye!
Marks and Spencer's.
Hi, can you come and tell Preston FM about John Turner? I've asked you because you've got a child that's sleeping through the guild processions. Oh, bless. Who is it and how old?
Connor is 20 months old tomorrow.
And fast asleep?
Yeah, fast asleep.
So you're walking with John Turner?
Yes. Tell
us about the company, briefly.
I've worked there 20 years. It's a construction company.
Yeah.
I work for the electrical division.
Right. Your name is?
Paul Hindle.
Good. The little one's asleep, it's class. You'll remind him of this for years.
I will, yeah, I will.
Anyway, so you've worked there for 20 years?
Yeah. I joined just after the last guild, so.
Right, so you must aim for the next guild, really.
I will.
Right, well, don't let me lose your procession. Off you
go.
Thank you.
Get that, all right, we can.
The Co-op, can you come and tell us what's in your trolley? Preston FM, are you walking proudly for the Co-op?
Oh, very proudly for the
And
Co-op.
supporting all sorts of things like fair trade at the Co-op
as well?
well.
Fair trade bananas, fair trade chocolate.
And which store do you work in?
Ripon Street, Preston.
Right, so coming to Ripon Street.
These are all the Preston ones.
Right, so what's your name?
Chris.
Nice to meet you, Chris. Preston FM. Thank you.
There you go.
This is the Trades Procession, and we are being passed by a funeral director. Now that's life, isn't it?
It is. It's very ornate, though, I have to say.
Well, if I went in one like that, I'd be proud. Are you enjoying the procession so far?
It's very good.
I'm recording random bits of audio for Preston FM, and audience participation is much appreciated. Do you think we're going to stay the course with all these floats that are arriving?
I think so. Yeah.
Great enthusiasm, isn't there?
It's brilliant.
Are you proud to be here?
I am. Yeah.
Not your first guild, surely?
No.
How many?
I was in the 52 guild.
You weren't in the pageant because you'd be very young.
Yes, we're 14.
You missed the pageant then? You were in
first
it?
was 14
right.
52. On Evening Park.
Yeah, and what did you do? Can you remember? Were you leaps and bounds or tumbling or pressing up?
I think it was holding like a banner, weren't you?
Oh, that was on the church.
Right.
Church walks as well.
So what was your first memory of guild?
72 guild. I took part in the procession in 72 guild.
What were you dressed up as? Because everybody dresses up.
I was dressed up in a lovely purple velvet dress.
You still have it.
It doesn't fit.
I don't know whether I have or not.
No. Have you got anybody in the processions? Any
Not
family?
today. We've got family on Monday in the church procession, and then and the community procession on Friday as well.
You'll be here for them all, won't you? Torchlight as well?
Yes,
You've got to do the full set, haven't you?
Yes, of course.
That Elvis Presley is not really driving that bus. It's his twin brother separated at birth. Do you have guild medals and things from days
Yeah,
gone by?
I've one from 1922 Guild.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Cherished.
Yeah.
Yes, there aren't many of them
Very
knocking
much
round,
so.
I would imagine.
No.
Can you fix my overdraft, please?
Yes!
A couple of notes. I'm trying to tell you look lovely. Say that to all the girls.
Try me.
Sainsbury's, come and speak to Preston FM. Recording, not live. Recording. If I get my Nectar card out, can I have some extra points? You're proudly supporting the Trades Procession, and I'd love a sweet. Sainsbury's, which branch are you from? Preston.
Preston, but there's different stores there.
So you've all come together?
Yeah.
Are you having a good time?
Brilliant.
And this is you as well?
Yes, that's us.
Right, well, keep up the good work, because Sainsbury's do lots of good things for fair trade. Right. We know that, so...
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you. Tell us your names.
Darren. Vicky.
From the Preston Deepdale branch. I'm coming in to look for you two. Sorry, I'm getting so excited. Would somebody from Plums like to come and talk to Preston FM?
We'd love
I'm
to.
recording audio for later. Your name is?
Sarah Page.
And you work at Plums?
I'm managing director, yes.
Oh, bingo! This is one of the most famous companies in the world for upholstery.
That's right, market leaders in the UK, yeah.
So how long have you been in Preston doing this?
Just over 50 years, yeah. So we're celebrating 50 years of British manufacturing today.
So if anybody needs their settee upholstering or cushions, you're
Plums are the company to come to.
And adverts in all the major magazines?
All the big papers, all the magazines every week. Yeah,
Having a good time?
we're having a fantastic time. That's my daughter on that big chair. Rachel.
So when we see the photographs of the big Plums chair with milk in them, Rachel. She'll remember this forever.
She will.
Did you force her or did you go?
No, she was 4 last time, so it's her second guild now.
Great memories.
And all the family are on the next float.
Right, well I'll catch them as
So
well.
you
Thank
enjoy.
you. Managing Director, I salute you. Could I speak to the Barons for Preston FM? Come on, come over here. I'm recording audio to use later on Preston FM. Bring the family.
All right,
John
all
Barron,
right.
come over.
Come in.
You're
Are you going on the match tomorrow?
I am, yes.
Absolutely. New signing.
And who is it?
Bevan.
Please excuse Preston Guild, we've got to talk about football. Right, yes.
Yeah,
you are,
yeah.
of course, a local building firm. Tell us about the firm.
Yes, R. Barron Limited, yes. Formed in 1918 by my granddad.
Right.
And this is the latest addition to the company.
Are you on the company now?
I am.
Having known you from school days. So is this a good thing to do today?
Fantastic. Yeah. Joining with Preston College and the NFB, yeah.
Are you in community and Torchlight anything as well?
No, it's just this one.
Keep up the good work. Any plumbing, come to you, is that right?
Absolutely, and joinery, don't forget, and anything.
Joinery. John Barron.
Just spend your money.
Are we all enjoying ourselves, ladies and gentlemen?
I think we've got an official photographer here, haven't we?
I think we do.
Are you an official photographer?
I am indeed, yeah, for the Evening Post.
Right, I'm Gary from Preston FM.
I think we've met before, actually.
We probably have. So your name is?
Donna.
And you're from the Evening Post, capturing all this for us to enjoy throughout the week. Are you here for every procession?
I am, yeah.
Right, well, we'll say hello next time.
Oh, the church is one on Monday, isn't it? That'll be the next one.
Well, keep up the good
I
work.
might miss the Wednesday one, but another photographer will do that one. Right. And then I've got the Torchlight on Saturday.
Is the LEP processing today?
We are indeed. I think we're coming later on. I think we're 77th in the queue.
Hey, these are my fair trade friends. Come and talk to Preston FM. How are you doing?
Wonderful.
You're strutting like Marilyn Monroe there.
I am.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Fantastic.
So what's the message about fair trade for the listeners of Preston FM?
Buy it, help the world, be a better place.
You've got a big globe and teacups and bananas. So what can we buy that's not obvious? That people don't know?
Cocoa, sugar, tea, flowers, juice, nuts, spices,
So it's
school
not
uniforms,
cotton, yeah.
cotton traders, all sorts of cotton things.
Have you got a Guild Burgess among you?
We have.
Can you call her over? Anne? Hello. Am I talking to a Guild Burgess in the Fair Trade Procession, Anne?
You are indeed.
Are you having a good day?
Yeah, great.
Great response from people.
Absolutely, yes.
We've just had a good advert from I've forgotten the name.
From Joan.
From Joan. About all the products we can buy.
Absolutely.
But your work with the Fair Trade has been recognised because you are going to be an honorary Burgess.
Well, I see it as an accolade for fair trade, and,
Yeah.
and the people in Preston think that fair trade is important.
Because how long
and
have
that's
it-
really important to me.
How long have we been a Fair Trade city now?
Since 2004.
Right, and you've been working tirelessly since then to raise the profile and raise the cause.
Trying to, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, yes, and hopefully today we'll
Right, well, you're going to
raise
have to
it that bit
sprint
more.
now.
Yes, I
I'm
am.
coming to the Guild Court as well on Monday, so can I catch you there as well?
See you.
Bye, see you. Hi, can somebody from Preston Park come and talk to Preston FM?
I've got to stay with the
So
flow.
can we just say thank you for all the lovely work you've done in the parks these last few years? They're gorgeous.
Okay, thanks very much.
Great, thank you.
We've got a lot of work to do as well after
cleaning
the
up.
festival site, but it'll be well worth it. This will be a cracking
yeah.
guild.
I often get down the park, it's great to come for a walk. Thank you.
And then go for a brew, obviously, in the pavilion after.
Or a pint.
Or a pint in contest.
Cheers, see ya, bye. Hunter Pack, Preston FM.
Hiya.
You look lovely dressed
Thank
up as a
you,
bunny.
I'm a bit warm.
Are you warm?
Yeah.
It's going to get warmer as well.
No, I know, hopefully might get to take my hat off.
Hunter Pack is the best name in quality, fresh produced
Yes, it
vegetables.
is. It's
Available in
our-
all the best supermarkets.
We are, yeah.
Where are you based?
In Tarleton.
Right.
Just on the road to Southport.
Yeah, so that's the other side of the Ribble.
Yes.
Foreigners.
Well, I've gone Bamber Bridge, so I feel proud to be involved.
Right, well-
I was 7th the last time I was
Well,
here.
you'll
so-
remember this for ages
Yeah.
because all your friends will have pictures. You'll be on Facebook later.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye. This is certainly a turn up for the books. Undertakers in the trade. This is the second one. It's obviously a big business.
It is.
But we haven't started planning yet, have we? No, personally, no. Pat Probin, Mari Probin, come here. I'm recording audio for later broadcast on Preston FM. Pat Probin, leading light in Preston NUT for many, many years.
Yes, organised this today.
Walking proudly.
I am indeed.
And you've got your daughter with you, Mari.
I have
Who
an
looks-
ex-pupil.
Yes, she looks like she's been on holiday. Or do you live abroad?
I flew back in last night for this.
So where are you? Where are you based now?
I live in Manchester, but I was in Valencia.
Oh, right. So you've come back especially to walk in the Guild?
Yes.
Right. History of the NUT, founded when?
1870, and we have been teaching Preston children since 1870.
And doing a damn fine job.
Absolutely. If you were taught in Preston, you were taught by us, and we're proud
Mind you,
of it.
there were some ropey teachers, particularly at Broughton, teaching young people French.
I absolutely refute that, as you and I both taught there.
So, we did. I remember teaching you and Sarah Wadeson.
Yeah.
Is she still about?
Sarah Coxon, she is now.
Sarah, is she still at the BBC?
But she's just gone on maternity. She's just adopted 2 boys.
Right, will you pass on my best wishes? Because she, for me, was the voice of Preston Guild 92
yeah.
from the pageant.
Yeah.
And I've got film clips online of the pageant, so she must look.
I'll tell her.
Yeah.
It was
So-
a motivation for her to do well in her career.
Right, well, thank you.
We must go.
You must go and catch them. Bye. I'm from Preston FM recording some audio.
Well done.
It's thanks to you we can sleep safely in our
Thanks
beds.
a lot.
isn't it? Doing a good job, enjoying the day.
Yeah, not so bad. How many more have got to come past?
Well, shall we look at the programme? That you
Plenty.
You are 77. There's another 20 to come.
Thomas Cook's very good.
Is it?
What a
Yours
dancer.
is pretty good. You're all in red, which is the right colour.
Yeah.
And have the fire engines been cleaned up especially for the day?
Oh yeah, especially. They've all been scrubbed today.
And the one in the front is a bit vintage, isn't it? Have you got some vintage?
Yeah, we've got a couple of old guys up there as well.
Well, good to see you. Keep
You
up
enjoy
good
yourself,
work.
all
Thank
right?
you. Preston FM, cheers, bye. Will you talk to Preston FM just briefly in passing? Pete Marquis, he's a long-established name in Preston.
Excellent name in Preston.
Yeah.
The best in the Northwest.
The best in the Northwest. All those big diggers and anybody that needs a road digging up, you're the people.
Give us a ring. Give us a ring and we'll knock it down, put it up, whatever you want.
Are you having a great time?
Brilliant time.
Thank you
Excellent.
for the sleep. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
See you, bye.
And you.
103.2 Preston FM.
Keeping it local. So, we're at the end of the Trades Procession. Preston Guild 2012 is well and truly underway. In the next edition of the show, we're going to go to the Guild Court and have a privileged insight into the ceremonies which date back to the Middle Ages in the renewing of Burgess rights for Preston Guild 2012. My name's Gary Cunliffe. Thank you for listening. Join me again next time.